Hey everyone, it's Lisa from the blog farmhouseonboone.com, and today I'm going to take you around and show you several of the projects that we are working on this winter. Right now, it is a muddy mess. This is how it is pretty much all winter long in Missouri. We get snow, but then quickly it melts because it doesn't stay at a lower than freezing temperature for the whole winter like it does in some states. And so snow is very infrequent. What we have more than anything is just mud. Nothing's green, obviously, and it's wet, and it's just not my favorite time of year, to be completely honest. But I will say what I love about Missouri is we do get lots of sunny days, and we get lots of days that are pretty warm. Like today it's in the 40s, so the snow is just melting, and we are going to be working on our steps. So that's the first project. We built some steps over the summer on the front of our house in order to replace the concrete steps, and we want to do the exact same thing over on the side. As you can see, they're pretty run down. Now our goal is to match them with the steps that we did last spring. We remade these steps here. They were concrete, so we took out the concrete stairs and we built these wooden ones. We added the handrail. So we're just gonna mimic that over on the side. We'll probably paint the treads the same color just so that it all kind of matches. That was easy to remove.
Watch that first step.
Well, nope, the steps just got removed. What, are you trying to work on it? He take that from you. He goes, that my mama. Take that, me.
Mama.
You take away your hammer? That nail? Where did this come to? Did it come right to the top? Like, so the last step, or did it hit lower? I can't remember now. The last thing on earth I want to do is all that math, but I also hope it doesn't hit somewhere awkwardly. I guess we could just paint the concrete behind it white, if that's the case, and not make another riser. Yes, we'll go with that. Because the hardest part last time about this was getting this piece right. What's that?
No.
To use the chainsaw to cut it at the top.
Oh yeah, I'll probably do that.
Dad, look. What I need.
What are you doing with the coffee?
That seems about right.
It says mom's
I don't know
coffee.
exactly how we'll.
It will bounce.
Having that rail on there,
Yeah, it'll be fine.
it'll be fun.
That's so heavy.
Sure. Thank you.
We have one more.
Little wood putty on it.
Get it, Micah?
Yep.
I want to take a quick break from showing you the progress we've made on some of our farm, homestead renovations and tell you about today's video sponsor, Kiwico. Now, Kiwico are monthly STEAM activities, which stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, Art, and Math. They are for all age groups through 9 different subscription lines. My kids absolutely love working on theirs. They get so excited when the boxes come in and they all want to just dig into them right away. What I love most about Kiwi Crates is they learn something from them. So they tinker with them for a while and figure out either something related to science or it's something they have to build or create in some way. My kids absolutely love it. Sometimes after the older kids are done working with theirs, some of the younger kids will use the box and some of the supplies in it to make something even different than the intended purpose, which is always really fun. Each box comes with an educational resource like a little book or a magazine that teaches you more about the subject that the activity was intended to teach you about. I also love that everything that they need to complete the project comes in the box. So there's no extra trips to the store if you're snowed in. This just gets delivered right to your door and the kids can open it, read the instructions, and give them something to do if you live in a climate where you can't get outside a lot during the winter. Kiwico is offering my viewers 50% off your first month with my link, kiwico.com/farmhouseonboone50.
Roar! Oh my goodness, let's open it up. All right, let's see what's in here. Judel, before we get the stuff out, we have to look at these instructions and lay out your adjustments.
I want to look at the food.
The moon is very, very far away. You'd have to drive around the world 10 times to travel as far as the moon is from the Earth.
Oh wow, look. I said this, Mommy. And these are stickers, Mom. Where's my broccoli?
Where's your broccoli?
Where's the back?
Here's your broccoli.
No, where's the back?
Your bag?
Yeah.
You eating that, Danny? Another thing that we've been working on is the barn. So if you remember, I think it was not last summer, but the summer before, we've been here for 3 years now. We fixed up one side of the barn, so it had all kinds of just rotted wood, and we replaced all of it with some barn wood that we had up in the barn loft. While the other side had some pretty serious structural issues, as well as just total eyesore needing a lot of work. So our same guy that worked on our cottage and our fence, we have not given him the boot. He is staying around for as long as we have things like this that are just really complicated, that we don't exactly know what to do or who to call. Who do you call to come and figure out how to restore an 1800s barn? So our guy knows what to do. So he pushed the foundation back up and put gravel on both sides to keep it in place, and he patched in some concrete, and he's rebuilding the wall with fresh wood and fresh siding. And so now this barn should be able to stand another 100 years after all of this work. It just really needed somebody to come in and prop it back up, make it secure, paint it, all of that good stuff. Obviously we could paint it, but it was the structural stuff that we really were not sure what to do. And so we were getting a handle on that. I guess we need to put glass in these windows as well.
Yeah, oh, and that steel guy I go to,
Uh-huh.
I found some really neat, well, stuff right up your alley.
The groove to match.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I did it one-sided because it doesn't have to be a center groove. They all lock together regardless.
okay.
Yeah, and I had to shave, I'm gonna have to shave the first row. Like the
Oh.
tops of them, because the thickness here is a little bit thicker than the channel running down the old ones.
Okay.
So I just trim a little bit off of it and they go right in.
The other thing that we're working on is fixing up the barn loft. I am so excited about this. So the top of our barn, it needed a lot. There were boards that were rotted out, so it's really unsafe. I was afraid if the kids ran through it, they would all of a sudden hit a certain board and fall through to the bottom of the barn. So every board that was either rotted or broken, we replaced, and now the whole top part of the barn loft is safe to run around.
Yeah, you're not working with perfection here, though.
You don't care about it?
No.
I'll put it like this.
Gives you character. As long as a little small foot can't go through there, we're good.
We also, Luke had the idea of making this certain area that we used, I'm not really actually sure at all how it used to function, but we made it a half wall with doors that open so that some light could come in, and we're going to do the exact same thing on the opposite side of the barn. Now, whenever we first made it, it was too short, and I went up there, it was really beautiful, but I was afraid that kids were going to fall right out onto the concrete, and the whole goal of it was to make the upstairs safe. We also put a ping pong table up there, a gymnastics bar, we're working on a climbing wall. We're gonna have rings for the kids. So it's gonna be like all around fun place for the kids to play. Now, another vision I have for this, which this isn't gonna happen right away, but my goal is to have a big party next fall. But all of the gear for the kids will be like on the outskirts part of the barn loft. And then in the middle, I wanna get a really long table and hang a bunch of string lights and have gatherings there. One more thing that we have to do for that, obviously we need to source that big long table and the lights and all that, but is to put in some safer steps. So where there was a ladder before, we're actually going to build, obviously not like steps that would be super long, but they will be less steep, less ladder-like, and a little bit safer so that we can actually get people up there, even if they're not kids who can just scale up a ladder, no problem. Here are the climbing wall pieces and also a few kid toys. This area here is where the steps will come up. We just have it covered for now because it's basically just a hole in the floor at this point, but it'll come right up into this area. So that way you can get directly into the loft as opposed to this hayloft thing too, which is currently the only way to really get in. And also my biggest goal is to make it safer for the kids. I want to be able to let the kids all just go up there and not worry about them. And it wasn't currently in that state. So I'm excited to have it be that way. Are you excited for the barn loft?
Yeah.
Another thing that we like to work on in the winter time is clearing brush. It's really hard in the woods in the summer to do a lot of that work because it gets overgrown really quickly. So each winter, Luke's been taking a lot of time to take trees down and burn them or chop them for firewood, just doing a lot of clearing. All right, well, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed this update. I'm personally looking forward to summer on the farm. It just comes alive. It's so beautiful. I was looking back at Instagram pictures from last June and remembering that this place really is pretty in the summer. In the winter, it just definitely is a little bit messy and makes you see the things that you really need to work on. Summer just hides all of it. And you who live in climates that have snow on the ground year round, I'm sure your snow covers up a lot of those imperfections. Here it just looks kind of messy, but we are working on it. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you're brand new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I make 2 new videos every week on food from scratch, natural living, and a handmade home. Thank you so much for stopping by our farmhouse.